It's me, Corey, Truly Evil Bob, with another Legend of the Five Rings preview. Hopefully this is the last one, and I won't do this again until the actual game comes out. Yes, this game is so complex that it needs 3 previews. You snooty Magic players who look down on Yu-Gi-Oh players saying, oh, that's a kid's game. You need to, have an adult game like Magic. Well, you need a Legend of the Five Rings, otherwise you're not adulting hard enough. So this preview is all about the conflict stage. It was once the battle stage. I'm gonna, go into what's pretty much different from the old card game to this card game. So of course the first difference is that all players act simultaneously, so you both declare attacks at the same time, you both send out your attackers and then send out your defenders. And you can split up your combat like you used to, but the combat is split up into military and political. So you can only declare one military attack and one political attack, and they all have to be at one province. So that's a difference. And since you get a ring when you bust a province, or win a battle, I'm sorry, you don't have to bust the province to win a ring, just win the battle. You get to declare, as the attacker, which ring you're going for as well. Conflict works just the same way as it did before. You declare which attack you're doing, you play cards from your hand, alternating until you decide not to play anymore, and then you add up the resulting skill total, force, whatever you want to call it. And if you exceed the other person's force, you win the battle and you get your ring. If you exceed their force plus the province strength and are the attacker, you bust the province. So not much has changed there. But considering you can have 4 battles going off at the same time, managing all the cards can get a little hairy. But hey, that was a flaw with the old card game too. Like, nothing really different that keeps things well and orderly. One difference, I said this before in the first preview, is that you can attach cards during the conflict stage from your hand. So if you have a sword or a spell or anything like that, you can attach it immediately from your hand as an action during the conflict stage, which is kind of nice. Once you bust a province, you get that ring token. So air, earth, fire, water, void, electricity, candy, slime, the elements. Each of these has a specific ability you can use, and I'm not sure exactly how you use it. I think you can keep it and use it at the right time, and once you're done using it, it goes away back to the ring pile until you get it again. These are neat little perks you can get to help influence the game in the future. Of course, there'll be card abilities that change how they're used, of course. So that's nice, It's nice, it's nice. Yeah. After a battle is done, this is one of the big differences. After the battle is done, nobody dies. Everybody just goes home bowed, and then everybody removes a fate token. If you have no fate tokens left, you get discarded. So, I like that. It keeps winners from really, really winning and just destroying your opponent. It gives players who lose some ability to bounce back or come back from defeats. Also, if you bust a province, that province still is filled up with a card. But at the end of the turn, any card that are face up in that province are discarded. So you have to buy it that turn. If you don't, they start going into the garbage pile. The Imperial Favor is back. And just like I surmised in my last video, your little glory stat on each of your cards, I'll add together, and then the amount of rings you also own at the time, add into that. The person with the most gains the Imperial Favor, and you can use that Imperial Favor to give yourself +1 in any battle, military or political. So now that that's all done, all of the information is out there. My final thoughts on this game is it looks fun. It has definitely not just the spirit of the old game, but the internal structure of the old game in many aspects is present. It's more like an evolution of it. So I'm happy about that. A lot of the old card art is being reused. Someone pointed out that there's a Ronin that is actually old Spider Clan art. I'm a Ronin fan, and I hope they do a lot with Ronin in the future because that's my jam. I love lone wolves, baby. There are some points in the game that do have a little bit of overcomplication that I'm not looking forward to, but there's a lot of things that are also very simplified, and they gave it a lot of comeback in the game. So just because you start losing the game does not mean that you can't come back later and win it in the end, which I think is one of the most important things you need in a competitive game to make sure it's always fun, even if you're on the losing side. My favorite part of the game is the fact that both players act on the same turn. There's not one whole turn for one player and one whole turn for the other player. It's all kind of happening at the same time, making sure that both players are engaged. I love that. What are you most looking forward to in the Legend of the Five Rings game? Put it down in the comment. I love talking to people in the comments. Of course, my channel's really small right now. I'm sure if I start having lots of subscribers, that'll probably change. Hey, I'm still pimping out Cosmic Forge. There is a link over there showing you the stuff. Yeah! It's a really great game, and I should make a video showing you exactly how that's played. Why not? I'll see you next time when I do that. I love you! Roll some dice! Get out of here!